What is going on, man? Take a walk over that direction there. Yeah. Should hold up good there, yeah. Alrighty. We got the blue screen going. Blue lens on the camera. I can get stuff done while I talk to y'all then. Works out good for me. Got some activity going on the scanner. Up there. Hello, we are back. We're back. I know it's a blue screen. It's going to go in and out. I have a lens cover on. Because if I turn off the camera lens, it shuts everything off and it just doesn't work, I noticed. So I decided to get the ND filters out that I have for the other camera and slap them on here and see if they work. You know, a little bit of persuasion. This is what we got. If I shine you into the bright light, that's all you're going to get. But it still lets me accomplish what I need to accomplish at the same time and bring you along. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm not seeing any of the chats. If there is any there. A little windy out here still, ain't it? Let's check in and see if that is actually live.
County 93, they won't make contact yet. Alright, we just had to dump you.
Is it working now? Hello?
Alright, we just had to dump you.
Yeah, it's working. Alright. Well, I don't see any chats. Is anybody in the chat? Oh. Test it there. There it is. It does work. Hello, Kelly. Alright, so the chats do work. Alright, good. I like having two devices. That's different. Make things work. Yeah, back to the... There we go. Put that back in my pocket. So how is everybody today? Yes, just a blue screen. I have a filter on there. Getting a lot of stuff done around the house, and I don't put that kind of stuff on the camera. So, but I did want some time to chat with everybody. So, what are you debating? I don't do political debates or religious debates. So. What are we debating? Debating what I want for dinner tonight. Do I want a cheesesteak stromboli? Do I want a pizza? Do I want a sub? I'm definitely going to order something tonight, though, from the pizza shop. I just haven't. That's what I'm debating.
Ambulance 90 County, medevac on standby, 15 total.
Yeah, there's an incident going on in the Cole region here. Some important stuff going on. I didn't really catch what it was. So that's what we're listening to at the same time here, if you hear that. But welcome. Where's everybody from? Are we all locals to the Cole region area? Or are we out of the area? Where are you from? I see a lot of new names I haven't seen before, actually, so. I know it's different seeing just a blue screen, but I like blue over green, so. So we got 15 people here. Anyone want to shout out where they're from and represent? Well, yeah, we're in the Cole region of Pennsylvania right now. We're in the Cole Township area. It is a little bit chilly out here. It's not as bad as it's been. We'll see what the temperature is. I can actually look and tell you here. Like I said, I got 2 different devices now, so that's pretty different. It's not going to last long, though. So, like I said, 31 degrees out here right now. Sunset's at 4:39. That's good to know. Mark. Welcome back, Mark. It's been a while, man. I see you in the other chats, though. I've been keeping up with you. Well, yeah, I don't do a lot of lives anymore, Mark. Yeah, this time of year, you don't want to be out riding around on the e-bike, you know, and I've been, unfortunately, very busy. I was sick for a while. I had some health issues that I had to take care of, so I'm getting better, you know. I'm getting more active now. I'm getting out and about, doing more things, so can't complain. Working my butt off, that's all I ever do. But yeah, I got a nice relaxing weekend coming up, though. I ain't going to complain too much about that, if that makes sense. Really tired. Yeah, I agree, man. 9 months, though. Yikes. Gone, as in, like, bad gone. Seems like no luck, man. I'm telling you. There's always something when it comes to that, right? Always something. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, boss. There's no, you ain't the only one. I ain't figured it out yet either. I ain't got it right.
Derby Township 415 East Bull Street for Payne.
I'm gonna turn that off because I don't want the addresses keep going out of people having emergencies. So I'm gonna turn that off while we're live streaming today. Want to give people some privacy in the time in there. Nobody needs to hear all the medical emergencies. Entering, I guess this will be my chateau. Coffee is freshly brewed. I was brewing that, trying to talk to y'all on the first live stream, and I thought I was chatting with everybody. This whole time I was just talking to myself, looking like one of the people I work with at the place I work. When I moved the microphone for a second, just got in. I'm gonna take off my big coat here from 3M. Actually, it's a heated jacket. If you didn't see the video, I have one up about it. It's actually working out really nice. I like it. It had a nice little spot for the mic clip. All right, so we're in the homestead here. Oh, man, I tell you, it's cold out these days. You don't realize how cold it is until you come inside where it's warm. And you're like, wow, it was really cold out there. Yeah, the blue screen gets brighter with the light that I shine it on. Like I'm shining you out right at the sun right now. From inside, of course. Nah, you don't annoy me. I enjoy your company, Mark. Summer there. Oh, man, I'm about to come over there. But the only thing is, I don't like the size of your spiders. They're the size of house cats over there. I'm not trying to do all that. That makes sense at all? All right, let me clip the mic there. Is that too loud for y'all, or is that cool? Let me know if it's too loud, because I do have it closer to me now. I can go like this. I can turn it down a little bit. Eat the rats. Yeah, they do, don't they? They're big enough too. But you got all kinds of crazy wildlife over there compared to the wildlife I have over here. I mean, we have some too, don't get me wrong. We got bears and all kinds of crazy little snakes and stuff running around, spiders. Curious Georgia, hello. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I got a 3M safety gear sent me a safety jacket, actually. It's heated. The battery's heavier than my phone. Actually, it's bigger and heavier than my phone. And like I said, it's black. It has reflectors on it. Really bright actually. So it looks official, but it's not official. If that makes sense. But yeah, I did a little quick review on it. I should do a better one on it since I have worn it for over a week or two now. What has it been, a week or two? About a week. Yeah, I got it like a week ago. So I should do a review on how I feel about it now. But the heat in the back part works amazing, but in the front, I don't really feel the difference in the front. I mean, there is a difference, but not as significant as I think it would be, if that makes sense. But yeah, definitely love the jacket. There's some flaws to it, though. I just wish it was a little bit longer. It's a little bit bigger on me. I usually wear a large, but I just wish it was a little bit longer, down a little bit farther from the waist. That's the only thing I think the flaw is in that, and the battery being so heavy in the jacket. Like, you don't want to put anything in the pockets because of how heavy it is. So I can only imagine someone it has a radio pocket. If you would put a walkie-talkie radio in there, and the battery's right behind it, so like that whole side would be the left side of your chest would be really heavy, I imagine. Oh, only one at a time? Spiders, though, Mark. There's never just one. The big ones, not so much to worry about. It's the little ones that have the very, very venomous to them that you have to worry about. I remember in my experience, I've seen some camel spiders. Ooh, let me tell you, that was a mess. All right, let me go answer the front door there. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, that was quick and simple. Just had to sign for a package there. Hi, ma'am. Hello. Welcome. I'm at home at the moment, trying to warm up. I was outside and back and forth from the garage to here, but the garage is way too cold today, so I'm going to be inside. So I put a blue screen filter on. I'm just having a little chat, It's been a while since I've done a live stream. I try to get one in every now and then just to say hello to everyone and catch up and talk a little bit about the new content that's been going on. So as we all see, there's been some fires in the coal region, and I've also been working on Behind the Mask series. So we have Forest Hills now done. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's actually really cool. Matt Lauro is a lieutenant down in Shamokin on the very first video of the series. Gave us a wonderful tour down there, very detailed and everything. And then, wouldn't you know, he's a captain also at the Forest Hills Fire Department. So a very familiar face to the channel, awesome person to be around. And the more I learn about him, the more I learn about what he does for the community. Going to have to do a more in-depth interview with him and everything like that. So, but it's always good to have everybody here. I see there's 11 of you there, and I appreciate y'all stopping in and having a little chat with me. But yeah, definitely, there's very cold here. Icy conditions outside. I mean, it melted a little bit today with the beautiful sunlight we had going on. But, as the sun starts going down here soon, it's going to get a little chillier. So let's put you all up there. There we go. That's a little better for me. I can see the screen. I can have the microphone a little bit farther away so the quality's not so loud in your ear. But anyways, yeah, I'm just waiting for the kiddo to get off school and head his butt up here to me. Number one rule: don't. Mark. I'm not going to ask how you know that one. That's good, man. That's good. Oh man, gotta have some humor here. It's really awesome. Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I just kicked on the heat in here. I don't really need the extra heat, so I turned off. I don't like the electric heat. I turn that on during the day when I'm not here, though, just because I have a puppy in here. Got to keep him warm. So electric heat runs while I'm at work or out and about doing something, and as soon as I get home, that goes off, and we go right to propane. Call me Hank Hill, propane and propane accessories. But yeah, this time of year, if I know Mark, this doesn't apply to you. So what do you guys do for heating? My favorite source of heat was always a wood stove. I really wish I still had one of those. Not so much a fireplace, but a wood stove. Those things are awesome. No heat like that. I mean, on top of the wood stove, I set my percolator and just boom, 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 boom. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. A floating heart. I appreciate that. I don't know how to say that. I'm looking at the screen. The screen that I'm using is actually very cracked. It is the phone I replaced, but it's the one that's working with the audio and the video. So I had to use it, unfortunately, but I got to figure out why we can't get audio on the other phone. It's kind of weird. I'll figure it out, though, when I have more time. But like I said, I didn't have much time today. That's why I wanted to get in while I could and get a live stream going. Like I said, I got a nice weekend coming up and be hanging out with the kiddo, having some good quality time. Yeah, wood stove heat is the best. I really loved it. Like I said, the next place I do move to, I'm actually going to purchase a place at some point. But when I ever do that, that's part of the deal. I have to get a place where I can put a wood stove in. That's going to work real good for that. Like I said, I'm humble. I don't need a big house, but I would love to own my own one day. I've been renting all my life, unfortunately. Do I love Shamokin? I like Shamokin. Yeah, I'll say I like it. I wouldn't say I love it. I mean, every city has its flaws. Every city has its ups and downs. It's a lot better compared to the city that I grew up in. I'm not going to complain. It's not a bad area at all. I kind of like it up here. I don't plan on moving anytime soon, but if I would, I might stay in the area. But then again, Cole Township is very nice. So I like the Cole Township area. I really do. But anywhere in the Cole region is actually a pretty cool place to be. At least everything I've seen so far. There's always something to learn. What I like about Shamokin is a small, peaceful city. Like I go out at night, nobody's around, nobody's bother you, and everything like that. And it's not really a real high crime rate. You don't have much to worry about. But yes, it does have crime. But the downfall to the area is there is no jobs in the local area that are sustainable for a big city. Like we want the city to grow here. We want it to prosper. And you need industries that are going to be able to come in and take over where the coal region, the coal companies left off at. Maybe not so much mining and doing stuff like that, but providing jobs for the local area. That they have their own police. I don't find it odd. It's a city. They deserve to have a police department. There's a bigger population than you think. But yeah, like that said, that's one of the downfalls. And then another downfall is if you're not into the off-roading and the AOAA and stuff like that, there's really not many other options for recreational activities, especially for the young youth. There is some, I don't know of all of them that are out there. So we're going to look more into that in the future. More in the spring and summer, when it's nicer, I will go out and get some interviews in and figure out what goes on in this town behind the scenes. a lot of plans for the channel coming up. But then also, like I said, with having things to do for the youth and positive things for them to do, it'll keep them away from doing all these negative things. Like, we don't have a big drug problem up here, but yes, there is some. There is some of that kind of stuff going on, some kind of use like that. That's anywhere in the world pretty much anymore. It's sad to say. But then again, it's not a bad area. I'm not going to say it is. It has its age, and it's, a lot of buildings are falling apart, decrepit, and just deserve to be demolished and start over. The only problem is who's going to do that, and who wants to invest in an area that's long gone with its prime time at the moment. But it can come back, though. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. You can, if you love off-roading, that's fine. You know what I mean? I like it too. Don't get me wrong. I love doing it, but think about the people that don't do it, though. I mean, there's got to be something for them to do on their off time. You know what I mean? But yeah, off-roading is great, and it does prosper in the area, and it's perfect area for it. So I'm not opposed of any of it. Anything that's going to bring revenue for the city, or recreational activities, fun things to do, bring people to the region. Why would I be against that? That sounds like fun, man. It really does. Every weekend. How about every day? How about that? That'd be even funner, wouldn't it? Instead of every weekend. Yeah, I do the hunting thing. I mean, I don't hunt in this area. I go other places. But yeah, definitely that. There's a lot of things to do. Yeah. If you're into outdoor stuff, there's plenty of outdoor stuff to do. Like, hunting, fishing is not so much in the area, but you can do some fishing. And if you're into that, check out Skeeterville. Or Outdoor with Skeeter, actually, it's called. He's a local fisherman in the Cole region area. Very animated guy. Good friend of mine, actually. So, yeah. And there's also, you can do camping and stuff like that. I mean, that's fun stuff. That's the stuff that I do, So, yeah, but not all people are into that kind of stuff. Like, I'm thinking more like a bowling alley, a skating rink, and stuff like that used to be around in the area. Maybe not so those ideas, but something like, arcades or something where the kids can go and socialize and, have something to do. Some positive activities, like a boys and girls club, I guess it would be called. That's what it was called down my way, like the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know what they would call it up this way. Like I said, I'm still. That's awesome to be straight edged. Yeah. Yeah. Some people do want that, like drinking and all that other nonsense, but that's definitely not my cup of tea either. I like coffee. Actually, I like hot tea as well, but I'm a big coffee fan. As a matter of fact, I'm actually walking away to look for my coffee as we speak. I don't know how far the microphone reaches, so. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I might not be the most straight edge person in the world, but I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I have my poison history with alcohol when I was younger. I'm not going to lie about that. And, I went in some treatment and stuff like that, and I gotten over my alcoholism, and I don't look back at it. And the smell of it, and even a taste of it, it kind of gives me the icky, sticky, nasty feeling like you're having like high blood sugar or something. It's like you just can't shake the feeling off that. It feels like you're putting poison into your body. Yeah, ride bike, skateboard. I have my original skateboard built into a shelf hanging in my kitchen, actually. You're swimming in the creeks and stuff, yep. Yeah, yeah. I used to do all kinds of stuff like that. I didn't throw knives, though, in the logs. Arcades were at the malls and stuff. We would go there, and they're all kinds of fun. But yeah, to answer your question, where I'm originally from is Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I grew up down there. And now I'm located in the coal region of Pennsylvania, in Coal Township. No, I don't play Minecraft. Too much like gambling. Yeah, curious. Yeah, we all go through our phases. That's what it is. It's a learning experience. We learn and we move forward. Rise above, crack on. That's where the saying comes from. You rise above any situation that you go through in your life, good or bad. You rise above whatever the diversities you got going on, and crack on means you keep it on moving. You keep it going. You don't let nothing bring you down. That's what that's about. Okay, so who are you and why are you what are you talking about? What actual facts and what conversation? I don't know who you're referring to or what you're referring to. Elaborate a little more so we understand. You meant to send that to you. Yeah, it's something I'm not proud of is in the alcohol problem I had. I didn't That's a very dark time in my life, and thank goodness it wasn't long lived dark time in my life. But thanks to family, it was, something that I got through. If it wasn't for my brother helping me out through that, I probably wouldn't, I don't know where I would be actually. I don't know. Yes, that is 100% right. Alcohol included does that. And like I said, I wasn't into the drugs. So my poison of choice was alcohol. So yes, amen. I do agree. I'm so glad we're still here today to talk, have our little conversations, and but you meant to send that to your grandma. Well. I hope no matter what's going on in your life, my man, or I'm sorry, Jordan Davis, there, whatever you got going on, I really hope everything works out for you and everything gets better. Don't need drama in your lives, man. Nobody needs drama, no matter what it is or who it's with. We don't need drama, you know. Especially the holiday seasons. I mean, if you're into the holiday seasons, like most people are, but just any time of year, especially with family. Family's all we got, right? It's okay to have drama with your family, and don't forget, but it's family. Sometimes you're obligated to forgive. I feel, but you don't have to forget. You know, like I tell people, just because I don't like somebody doesn't mean I have to treat you like crap, right? There's people I deal with every day when I'm at work, right? Not so much the residents, but staff members, right? That I could care less about. To be honest with you, like if they didn't show up for work, it wouldn't change my day at all. And but just because I don't like them doesn't mean I have to be mean to them. If that makes sense. Because I'm at home and I'm walking around, I'm getting chores done and stuff like that. So I'm not putting my private life house on YouTube. You know, that makes sense. Well, thank you for subbing. I appreciated it. Like I say, I got all kinds of different content. I do a lot of fire stuff. I do a lot of community stuff. I do explorers. I do abandoned stuff. I got drone stuff. You name it, I do a little bit of everything. If it's cold region related, it's always somewhere in the cold region mostly. But yeah, if you're into the fire department stuff and like history and fire station tours and stuff like that, I got a series that I just started called Behind the Mask. Check that out. It's self-explanatory. the videos will explain what it's about. But yeah, definitely appreciate you subbing. I had a great conversation with you. You have great questions. You're good at interviewing people, I imagine. 5475 is who I'm talking to there. I don't like calling the numbers out. It feels like calling inmate numbers out. We're not inmates here, y'all. I'm not going to treat y'all like one, but like I said, where my screen is cracked, it's blurring the names out, and all I'm seeing at the end are the numbers. Like I know Curious Georgia. I know who you are actually from the profile picture. Lots of corruption. That's absolutely right. There is. There's. I have to agree. I come from the city of corruption. Actually, Harrisburg City is known for the city of corruption. Not going to say I didn't ever con somebody or nothing like that in my younger days, but I'm not about that life anymore. You know. Prisoner 71. YouTube inmate. YouTube inmate. We got to think of something like that. You should actually. You should actually go around and interview people and get their opinions on what's going on in local towns. That's awesome idea. I would watch it. If you start that, let me know. Definitely shoot me a message. If you want to message me, uh, I usually take a day or two to get back to people. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really horrible at getting back to people right away. You know, but you know, message me on Facebook. I'm also under Coal Region Explorer on Facebook. You can't miss that. Think I'm like the only one. So, but there's a lot of good Coal Region content creators, though. I'm not going to say I'm the only one or I'm the best. I'm by far not the only one, nor am I by far the best content creator in the Coal Region. I'm not going to say I am. I'm humbled to have the subscribers and the supporters that I do. This is a hobby that's just gotten bigger than I ever imagined it would be. I never thought I'd be sitting here doing live streams or riding my e-bike around doing live streams, you know, but I really enjoy this. I really do. It's like I like editing videos, putting them together, telling a story with them, you know, and putting history out there and kind of documenting the in the moment time that we are at the moment, if that makes sense. So 10, 15, 20 years after I'm long gone, you know, people can look back and be like, this guy did this, that, you know, or my family, my son can look back and show his grandkids, hey, this was your grandpa. And anyone can look back and be like, this is a picture of a moment in time, and it'll be there forever now. A digital footprint. As long as digital stuff is still around, and if that crashes, then it'll never be around, you know? Yeah, yeah. It's it's a little toilet. I love it. It's a little toilet. YouTube inmate number 5457. I'm sorry, that's still 7161. That's funny. What if you don't have a number at the end of your like it's this little toilet that doesn't have a number? Well, I guess we'd have to. I don't know how we would do that for giving everybody numbers. Interesting times we live in, I tell you. Now I heard something. I didn't check into the story. Where's my other device? Who knows? But let's go find it. Grab the microphone to come with me. We want the microphone to come with us. Because if I don't bring the microphone with, that'd be kind of silly, wouldn't it? Let's go out this way. Excuse me. I don't know where I put the other device, but I heard there's a story. I think it's Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're banning what under 17 from social media of some sort, like YouTube, Facebook, or something like that. I mean, I haven't really looked into the story. I'm not sure if that's a true statement or not, but there's a few people talking about that. Does anybody know anything about that by chance? Almost 4 o'clock. Holy moly. Time is flying by today. We gotta go check on other things here in a moment. You can come along while I do that. I don't know what I just did to the microphone. Is it still working, y'all? Y'all still hear me good? I want to hit the noise cancellation. I believe that's noise cancellation right there. It might not be, but we'll give it a try though, right? So it's 4:01 already. Holy moly, time's flying by today. Sunset's coming soon. I do wanted to get Ralph out and powered up, which is the drone. And then wanted to fly over something today. It's part of a video I was making earlier, but I might not go do it, to be honest with you. Because like I said, I just put the batteries on charge while I was on the live stream. So let's see where we're at with that. That'd be all out in the garage. They would be out in the studio garage. What's up, Ralph? Just talking about the drone, like always. You know how we do. I have to go out in the garage because that's where it's at. Out in the, I have a little studio on the second floor out there. No, it's like the 5th to 6th live, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times I did it until this is the 5th one right here. Man, it is mighty cold out here. Should have put more than just my jacket on, huh? I've been good, Ralph. How about you? Everybody else doing good? Had a close call with a pigeon with the drone today, Ralph. Pigeons do not like the drone. They are buttheads, I'll tell you what. I think it's the same pigeon that keeps coming after it no matter where I'm at. He's got to be stalking me, coming after me with the drone when I take the drone up. I think when I'm keep doing what I did, like I did today when I was out flying, I have these real tiny little bottle rockets. I shoot 1 or 2 of them up real quick. Shoo, pow, they go, right? Like, shoo, pow, you know, like my sound effects. I should be a sound effect guy, right? But it goes up and makes a loud noise, and all the birds get scared and they go away. So I'll do one, and then I'll do a second one just to make sure they keep going and they stay away. And then I fly the drone up, and usually I don't see a bird. Oh man, we're only at 30% on all 3 batteries. Oh my goodness. I can see it through the window. I don't want to get my hands out of my pocket at the moment. Yeah, I don't want to walk back over to the house now. Ugh. What's the temperature down there, Ralph? I believe it's like 30 degrees up here. Just a little under freezing. And the sun is now going down, so it is getting colder. It wasn't so bad when the sun was beaming. I have to go do some grocery shopping here in a little bit too. 70. I'm jealous. I see why everybody retires and moves to Florida. The only thing I worry about is, are you located anywhere where those hurricanes could affect you? That's one thing I would worry about. I don't know if I've ever asked you that. Definitely. Oh no. Every time a hurricane season comes, I'm going to be worried about you, bud. You and the wifey, I'm going to be worried about. You had to evacuate last year. Do you have a place to evacuate to, like family or friends? You have to do that a lot? Like evacuate and like leave your homestead because of hurricane season. It's time for Ralph to have an interview today, ain't it? City shelter, okay. And do they come and assist you and everything like that, or do you have someone, or do you have to do all that on your own? Two two five. You been to Florida? You lived in Florida, or? You kind of can't because I'm using a device right now that you would call me on. Oh, that's awesome. You are so blessed to have her. Tell her I said thank you. And I appreciate her. Shout out to Ralph's wife. I really appreciate people that do that. I see why you wifeyed her. Good call, Ralph. Good call. All right, we're back inside now. Unzip this jacket. I got the battery charger for the jacket too, so it was chillier than it was last time I was out there walking. Yes, the hurricanes do get stronger. I've noticed that. It's been some really rapid seasons we had recently. But like I said, every time now I'm going to be checking on you, so I'm going to private message you some point this weekend, Ralph, and give you my actual number and everything. So definitely keep in contact with me when these things happen, bud. I think we're out of hurricane season, if I remember correctly, though, right? But all right, y'all. I know it's almost been an hour. Unfortunately, like I said, I got to get prepared to go running around, do some grocery shopping and whatnot. I picked a great time of day to do it. It's going to be really busy. I should have done it earlier, but other things were more important. I had some other things to help out with today with someone else's projects, unfortunately, but not unfortunately. I like what I do, so I'm not going to say it was a bad thing. Oh, nice. Great. I'm glad it ended. But all right, y'all. Unfortunately, we're going to end the stream here. It was awesome talking to y'all. And I hope y'all have a great weekend coming up. Until next time, rise above, crack on. Take care, y'all, and be safe. Happy holidays.